Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. We're giving out draft grades still. We're into the AFC North now, and what seems to be everybody's favorite team now, the Cleveland Browns. Enjoy having a bandwagon, Cleveland fans. It's weird, right? You know, people from across the country talking about the Browns. Yeah, it's freaking me out too, but yeah, I mean, really, revel in it as long as you can, because this is the kind of attention that, like, Cowboys fans get for their team, and Patriots fans get for their team. Well, not so much the Patriots. Everybody hates the Patriots. But yeah, nationwide attention and adoration for your team has got to be new to you, so soak it up. In this draft, you don't have a first-round draft pick. Oh, yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. Who cares? Odell is your first-round draft pick, okay? And he's a great one. So, yeah. No complaints. And in round two, I get there's a lot out there, including from me, that Greedy Williams does not want to tackle anybody. But he's the best cover corner in this draft. If you can get some amount of tackling drilled into him, he'll be fantastic. So, the number one job of a corner is to keep their receiver from catching the ball. That's what he's good at. So, yeah, good pickup, very good value late in the second round. Sione Takitaki from BYU. I don't really know if I'm pronouncing his first name properly. But, yeah, Takitaki, good value at this position. He's rangy. He's a solid tackler. He's good against the run. He can get locked up by by offensive linemen, so he doesn't shed those blocks extremely well, but I don't think a lot of linebackers outside of Bush and White in this draft did. So, yeah, I think Takitaki's a solid pickup at a position of need, because the defense right now really is just defensive line and secondary. Those things are stout. In the middle, linebackers, little suspect. You had some really good runs against your defense, and that's because the linebacking talent really isn't so much there for the Browns. So having a guy like Takitaki in the mix, the guy's probably going to be a starter at some point. Maybe not till next season, but he'll get solid contributions this year. They went with Sheldrick Redwine out of Miami. They need to replace their safety. They kind of traded him over to the Giants. So safety help, they created a hole. They needed to fill it. They don't need so much safety help. I mean, the defensive secondary is really very, very, very good for the Browns, especially with Denzel Ward. I mean, he just covers so many holes. But yeah, Redwine is going to be somebody that will contribute immediately on special teams coverage units, and he can potentially develop into a starter. I don't necessarily see it, though. I see him more of like a package defender, possibly getting involved in like nickel and dime coverage packages, moving some of their other safeties into other roles. We saw a lot of creative defense last season in general, maybe not so much from the Browns, but teams were using safeties and linebacker spots in order to deal with really shifty running quarterbacks. So, yeah, having safety help like this is going to be good. The big thing here is really Mack Wilson in fifth round. This is the quarterback of the defense that wins national titles like, oh, God. When's the last time you haven't talked about Alabama being in the title conversation? Is probably the best way I can put it. I mean, it's been over a decade. They're always great. And the defense is the reason for that. Mack Wilson was the quarterback of that defense. His workout numbers don't pop off the screen, okay? But game film, he's solid. And he's obviously got a brain because he was running a pro-style defense. So a linebacker that can run a defense like that down in the 5th round is huge. So the Browns didn't have a lot to deal with, but they did a lot with it. Mack and Greedy are obviously my favorite picks out of this draft, but turning your first-round pick into Odell Beckham was fantastic. So overall, I give the draft and what they did with their draft capital an A+. The Browns have been killing it for years, and they're just continuing on. They're going to be a long-term power in the AFC North.